Hello viewers, I am Tarang Kumar Bundwal, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. The following video is prepared as per the syllabus and course outline of Maharshi Dayanand University. However, are mostly general topics which cover the working and theoretical aspects of civil engineering. For better understanding and conceptualizing clearly, please do not skip the video and watch till end. We will be discussing about related important questions, feasibility and applications. Let's start the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this session, we'll continue our subject engineering geology, and in this subject we'll today discuss on the topic volcanoes. So as we all basically know what volcanoes are, volcano is a powerful natural disaster that can cause many geological changes. It is an internal force that creates changes. So we'll start with the topic. So our early ancestors created stories to explain volcanic eruptions. For example, it was thought that volcanic island Volcano off the coast of Italy was a smoke stack for Vulcan, the Roman god of fire and metalworking. तो इसको थोड़ा mythology से भी link किया जाता था. Today volcanic eruptions make the news when they occur. तो जब वो हो जाते हैं तब उनकी न्यूज बनती है. So we'll discuss a few questions that are given here. What does the inside of a volcano look? Where do we find volcanoes on Earth? What are the different types of volcanoes? So what is a volcano? Volcanoes are spectacular when they erupt, but they can be dangerous. दिखने में बड़े खूबसूरत और बड़ा ही peculiar सा नजारा होता है, पर उतने ही खतरनाक भी होते हैं. You have probably seen a volcanic eruption on television. Mount St. Helens in Washington is a famous volcano that erupted in 1980, as shown in figure 10.1, this one. A volcano is a site where melted rock and other materials from Earth's mantle are released. तो एक वो साइट है जहां पे पिघले हुए पत्थर और कुछ और मटेरियल अर्थ के मेंटल से रिलीज होके बाहर आते हैं. So looking inside a volcano. During an eruption, the melted rock called magma leaves the magma chamber. तो magma chamber ये और ये जो इसमें flow कर रहा है ये सारा magma and moves up the conduit. So this is conduit, इसके through move करता है ऊपर. The magma leaves on conduit as the vent और ये जो portion है ये vent है जहाँ से exit out करता है. Magma में leave the vent gently or with violent force. हो सकता है वो धीरे धीरे निकले और हो सकता है वो तेज erupt करे. Magma is called lava after it leaves the vent. तो जब वेंट से बाहर निकल जाता है तो ये लावा कहलाने लग जाता है और यहां तक ये मैग्मा कहलाता है. मैग्मा में लीव द कंडुइट बाय मूविंग साइडवेज अलोंग द वीकनेसेस बिटवीन द रॉक लेयर्स. दिस साइडवेज मूवमेंट ऑफ मैग्मा फॉर्म्स अ सिल. सो ये जो साइडवेज मूवमेंट्स हैं जो वीक रॉक के थ्रू क्रैक्स बन जाते हैं इनको सिल बोला जाता है. मैग्मा में ऑल्सो मूव अपवर्ड इन अ शीट टू फॉर्म अ डाइक. तो ये एक डाइक भी फॉर्म कर सकता है. If sill or a dike breaks through to the surface, another vent will form. और अगर ये सरफेस से निकल जाता है तो एक और वेंट क्रिएट हो जाता है इस तरीके से. So what happens after a volcano erupts? Formation of caldera. Eventually, all volcanic eruptions end. The magma drains back down to the conduit. The vent winds up looking like a ball. This ball is called the caldera and may be very large. तो ये वो जगह है जहाँ पे मैग्मा एक बार कंडूट में रोल बैक कर जाता है, वापस नीचे चला जाता है और ये जो एक ओपनिंग है ये कैल्डेरा कहलाती है. Resurgent dome. If magma begins to return back up the conduit, a mound called a resurgent dome may form on the caldera floor. Another kind of volcano, a cinder cone, may also form in the caldera. So we'll learn about this in next section, in this video only. So this is a lava lake. अगर कैल्डेरा एक ये जो एक डिप्रेस्ड पार्ट है जो बोल की तरह लग रहा है, बहुत एक लार्ज बोल की तरह लग रहा है, अगर इसमें दोबारा मैग्मा आने की टेंडेंसी होती है तो ये थोड़ा सा लिफ्टेड हो जाता है, रेज हो जाता है, और यही रिसर्जेंट डोम कहलाता है. वाटर में फिल द कैल्डेरा फॉर्मिंग अ लेक. It's also possible that the magma may not drain completely. In that case, the caldera will contain lava and become a lava lake. तो हो सकता है यहाँ पे कई केस में पानी भर जाए, और अगर पानी ना भरे लावा ही भरा रहे तो ये लावा लेक कहलाता है. So the life of a volcano. All volcanoes have a lifetime. Volcanoes are not permanent features on the surface of Earth. ये permanent feature नहीं है, with time variable होते हैं, change होते रहते हैं. They have a lifetime that occurs in phases. अलग-अलग phases में act करते हैं. Volcanoes are described according to the phase they are in. The three phases are active, dormant, and extinct. So active volcanoes. An active volcano is the most vigorous kind of volcano. जो सबसे ज़्यादा vigorous, सबसे ज़्यादा आप कह लीजिए disastrous होता है, वो active ही होता है. Active volcanoes are erupting or have erupted recently and are expected to erupt again in the near future. ये वो volcanoes हैं जो अक्सर फटते रहते हैं, या हाल फिलहाल में ही फटे होते हैं, या उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है कि नियर फ्यूचर में फिर से इरप्ट करेंगे, यानी कि फटेंगे. However, volcanic activity during the life of a volcano doesn't last forever. Eventually, the conditions that make a volcano active change and the volcano becomes dormant. अगर उसकी एक्टिव स्टेट चेंज हो जाती है और वो उसकी जो इरप्शन एक्टिविटीज हैं वो बहुत बड़े स्केल पे डिक्रीज कर जाती हैं, तो वो एक डोरमेंट वोल्केनो में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. सो अ डोरमेंट वोल्केनो इज अ क्वाइट वोल्केनो, एक शांत ज्वालामुखी. डोरमेंट मींस स्लीपिंग. डोरमेंट वोल्केनोज आर नॉट एक्टिव नाउ बट मे बिकम एक्टिव अगेन इन द फ्यूचर. वो वोल्केनो जो अभी एक्टिव नहीं है पर लॉन्ग फ्यूचर, लंबे समय बाद हो सकता है कि वो कभी एक्टिव हो जाए. Most of the volcanoes along the northern Pacific coast of North America are dormant. So an extinct volcano. An extinct volcano is at the end of its life and is no longer able to erupt. तो वो volcano जिसने erupt करना छोड़ दिया है. As the volcano erodes, a core of now solid magma called a volcanic neck may be exposed. तो ये इस फॉर्म में है, वो कभी एक ये नेक फॉर्म हो जाती है और ये एक्सटिंक्ट हो जाता है. A volcanic neck is the solid mass of magma that filled the conduit. Figure 10.3 is a photo of Shiprock in New Mexico. The ship is a volcanic neck. The Devil Star National Monument in Wyoming is another famous volcanic neck. So, where does magma come from? Earth's crust is so cool that it's brittle. ये काफी brittle होता है. Nevertheless hot, melted rock makes its way to Earth's surface and comes out of volcanoes as lava. तो क्योंकि ये brittle होता है इसलिए volcano के लिए कोई ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं होता है उसको क्रैक करके बाहर आना. So what makes rock melt so that it becomes magma? ऐसा क्या होता है कि rock पिघल के magma में convert हो जाता है? So the reason is temperature. We know that heating ice, butter, and a lot of other solids will make them melt at high temperature. So are the rocks. They also melt at very high temperature. Next is pressure and water. There are two other ways to make rock melt that are very important. One way is to reduce the pressure. अगर हम pressure कम कर दें तब भी तरीका है. The other way is to mix water with the hot rock. अगर गर्म पत्थर के साथ पानी मिक्स कर दिया जाए तो भी वो पिघल जाता है. The conditions needed to melt rock are very special and they exist inside our planet. और वो जो स्पेशल कंडीशंस है वो हमारे प्लैनेट के अंदर ही मौजूद हैं. So they are listed in figure 10.4. So conditions for making magma. These are changes in pressure. Rock under high pressure melts at higher temperature. Rock under low pressure melts at a lower temperature. अगर low pressure में रखा जाए तो कम temperature पे ही पत्थर पिघल जाता है. So adding water to hot rock, dry rock melts at a higher temperature. Rock that contains water melts at a lower temperature. So here is the pictorial representation of the relation between pressure and temperature when it comes to melting down of rocks. So if pressure is from low to high, the temperature needed becomes from low to high, and vice versa is here. And in case of water, if the rock is converted from wet to dry, the temperature required is from low to high. So these are some important questions which you can answer and discuss after going through the upper slides. Like, what is the difference between magma and lava? What is the difference between a dormant volcano and an active volcano? Kind of volcanoes, active, dormant, or extinct, for each of the types which is given below. So where do we find volcanoes? Early humans could not travel easily, only knew of a few local volcanoes. They could not see a pattern among volcanoes and made up stories to explain why volcanoes occurred. And as the explorers started traveling the world, they could figure out the exact locations of the volcanoes. So volcanoes at plate boundaries. Most volcanoes are located along plate boundaries. About half of the active surface volcanoes on Earth occur along the shores of the Pacific Ocean, and this region is called the Ring of Fire. ये Pacific Ocean के shore पे जो कि कहलाती है Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire coincides with the regions where the oceanic crust of the Pacific plate is subducting under other plates. Mount St. Helens is one of the volcanoes within the Ring of Fire. तो जहां पे पैसिफिक प्लेट सबडक कर रही है दूसरी प्लेट्स के नीचे, वही रीजन है जहां पे सारा रिंग ऑफ फायर फॉर्म हुआ हुआ है. So volcanoes at mid-ocean ridges. Mid-ocean ridges occur at diverging plate boundaries. Convection currents in the lower mantle pull the plates away from each other. As the plates move apart, lower mantle material is drawn towards Earth. तो ये जब प्लेट एक दूसरे से दूर जाती हैं तो बीच में एक प्रेशर एरिया क्रिएट हो जाता है जहां पे क्रैक आने की वजह से जो मैंटल है उसमें से मैग्मा रिलीज ऊपर की तरफ होके इरप्ट हो जाता है. The rock of the lower mantle is hot, flexible and solid. This is all we know. This rock is solid because of the great pressure of the layers above it. And this we have discussed in the previous page. Basalt and silica. The melted lower material forms basalt magma. तो जो लोअर मैंटल का जो पिघला हुआ मटेरियल है वो बेसाल्ट मैग्मा बनाता है. बेसाल्ट इज अ डार्क कलर्ड रॉक दैट इज नॉट सिलिका रिच. सिलिका मेक्स मैग्मा थिक एंड स्टिकी. बेसाल्ट मैग्मा इज रनी बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स लो सिलिका कंटेंट. तो जो बेसाल्ट मैग्मा होता है वो काफी थिन होता है और स्टिकी चिपचिपा भी नहीं होता, रनी होता है, आराम से बह जाता है. क्वार्ट्ज इज अ मिनरल दैट यू मे बी फेमिलियर विद. क्वार्ट्ज इज मेड ऑफ सिलिका. So runny lava. If a lot of silica makes magma thick and sticky, then magma without much silica has to be thin and runny. When runny basalt lava oozes out at a mid-ocean ridge, it immediately hits the cold sea water. तो जैसे ही उसमें से निकलता है मिड ओशन रिज में, तो वो बाहर निकलते ही जो समुद्र का ठंडा पानी होता है उससे टकराता है. The sea water cools the lava, forming a crust. but soon the crust cracks and another jet of basalt magma squirts out. जैसे ही वो ठंडा होता है तो इसमें क्रैक आ जाता है और इसके होते ही एक बेसॉल्ट मैग्मा की जो नेक्स्ट फेज है, जो नेक्स्ट लेयर है, वो बाहर आती है. So this cycle repeats over and over, forming lava that looks like a pile of pillows. तो ये लगातार होता रहता है और ये एक पिलो की तरह एक पूरा ढेर बना देता है. Next is volcanic chains. A volcanic island not formed at plate boundary. It forms as a result of narrow mantle plumes bringing material from deep within the lower mantle. The magma of both volcanic islands and mid-ocean ridges forms as hot but solid rock moves closer to Earth's surface. Pressure drops and the rock melts, forming magma, as we have discussed it in earlier pages. So, a volcanic island is born. A melted lower mantle material forms runny basalt magma that is less dense than the surrounding rock. This we have discussed also. The magma melts its way through the lithosphere plate above it, and underwater volcano forms when magma breaks through the surface of the plate. If the eruption is strong enough, the magma will reach the surface of the sea, forming a volcanic island. तो समुद्र का ये जो समुद्री पानी है और इसके सर्फ अगर इतना ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग इरप्शन है कि मैग्मा यहाँ से पास आउट करके इधर तक आ जाता है और यहाँ पे कूल होके सॉलिडिफाई हो जाता है सरफेस पे आके, तो ये एक वोल्केनिक आइलैंड क्रिएट कर देता है. और ये एक सेक्शन इसका वोल्केनिक आइलैंड है और ये जो पूरे छोटे छोटे सेक्शन है सब वोल्केनिक चेन कहलाती है. So volcanic island chains. The plate on which a volcanic island sits is moving, but the mantle plumes stay in one place. The top of an established mantle plume is called a hotspot. तो ये जो portion है ये hotspot कहलाता है. As the plate moves, it carries the volcanic island away from the hotspot that formed it. अब जैसे जो प्लेट होती हैं, ये जो भी है, ये जो टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स हैं, ये मूव करती हैं और ये इस वोल्केनिक आइलैंड को इस हॉटस्पॉट से दूर ले जाती हैं और हो सकता है कि ये इस जगह पे आ जाए. As the plate moves, it carries the volcanic island away from the hotspot. Without the hotspot to supply magma, the volcano becomes extinct. अब ये जो है जैसे इधर से खिसक के यहाँ पे आ चुका है, तो ये वाला एक एक्सटिंक्ट वोल्केनो है. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ तक मैग्मा पहुंच ही नहीं पाता है, तो ये एक्सटिंक्ट हो जाता है. In this way, a volcanic island chain is formed. और ऐसे ये इधर उधर मूव हो के इधर खिसकता जाता है और ये एक वोल्केनिक चेन क्रिएट हो जाती है. So, using island chains to measure the motion of a plate. Hawaiian Island are an example of a volcanic island chain. This is the biggest island. You can read more about it. It is not very important from exam point of view, so I just have to give some examples and I've added it. Island chains and the speed of plates. By studying the direction, age and length of volcanic chain, scientists can determine the direction and speed that a plate is moving. तो जिस रफ्तार से वो प्लेट मूव कर रही है उसी रफ्तार से उसके ऊपर जो वो आइलैंड क्रिएट हुआ है वो भी मूव करेगा और साइंटिस्ट इस चीज को स्टडी करते हैं. So volcanoes as at subduction zones. What happens when a plate subducts? A subducting plate bends and passes under a more buoyant, less dense plate. तो एक प्लेट जो ज्यादा buoyant हो और जिसका घनत्व डेंसिटी कम हो, तो एक सबडक्टिंग प्लेट मुड़ के उसके नीचे चली जाती है. As the subducting plate sinks into the mantle, mud and water are carried along. तो जैसे ये जैसे आप यहाँ पे देख पा रहे हैं, ये एक सबडक्टिंग प्लेट है जो डेंस होती है और ये अपने साथ पानी और मिट्टी अंदर ले जाती है, और ये एक लेस डेंस और एक बॉयंट प्लेट है. तो ये जब इधर से एक दूसरे से कोलाइड करते हैं और ये टकरा के ऐसे नीचे जाने लगती है। एज द प्लेट सिंक्स फर्दर द वाटर इज रिलीज्ड, और ये जैसे ही ज्यादा अंदर जाते तो पानी रिलीज होता है। वाटर कंबाइंस विद हॉट मैंटल रॉक ऑफ द asthenosphere, the part of upper mantle just under the crust. तो इसके जस्ट नीचे ये जो एस्थेनोस्फेयर जिसको बोला जाता है, यहाँ पे पानी इंटरैक्ट करता है हॉट रॉक से। द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ वाटर एंड हॉट मेंटल रॉक अलाउज द रॉक टू मेल्ट एट अ लोअर टेम्परेचर। तो जैसे कि अभी हमने पीछे डिस्कस किया था, वाटर और रॉक मेल्टिंग का जो रिलेशनशिप होता है वो यहाँ पे फॉलो होता है। तो जैसे ही पानी और हॉट मेंटल रॉक मिलते हैं तो जो रॉक है वो कम टेम्परेचर पे ही पिघलना शुरू हो जाता है। दिस मैग्मा इज लेस डेंस देन द सराउंडिंग रॉक सो इट राइजेस। तो ये जो मैग्मा यहाँ पे फॉर्म होता है, ये इस रॉक के मुकाबले इसकी डेंसिटी कम होती है, तो ये ऊपर जाने लगता है। Eventually the magma melts through the edge of overlying plate forming a volcano, और यही एक volcano फॉर्म हो जाता है। Thick and sticky magma, गाढ़ा और चिपचिपा मैग्मा। Through a complex process, the magma that forms volcanoes in this way is rich in silica. Silica-rich magma is light in color, thick, sticky, and less dense than basalt magma. ये भी हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। When cooled, the silica-rich magma forms granite and other closely related rocks. ये एक important point है। तो जब silica-rich magma ठंडा होता है, वो ग्रेनाइट फॉर्म करता है। See, here is an example of how the granite domes of Yosemite formed. This is the same example which is shown here in more explained form. This is the subducting plate, and this is that less dense plate. Here the plate has stop subduction, and here erosive waves away lane until granite domes are exposed. So granite, which is rich in silica, continents are made of granite and andesite. तो जो continents हैं वो सब ग्रेनाइट और एंडेसाइट से बने हैं। सिलिका रिच ग्रेनाइट इज नॉट एज डेंस एज द बेसॉल्ट ऑफ ओशन फ्लोर। तो जो सिलिका रिच ग्रेनाइट होता है वो बेसॉल्ट ओशन फ्लोर जितना डेंस तो नहीं होता है। दिस इज व्हाई कॉन्टिनेंटल प्लेट्स फ्लोट high on lower mantle, because they float high, they stand above the oceans and provide us with dry land. तो यही रीजन है कि जो कॉन्टिनेंटल प्लेट्स होती हैं ये लोअर मैंटल के ऊपर तैरती हैं, और क्योंकि ऊपर तैरती हैं ये समुद्र के ऊपर आ जाती हैं और एक ड्राई लैंड की फॉर्म में हमें दिखाई देती हैं। So these are some another important questions which you can pause during the video and try to solve them, make a note. So the next is type of volcanoes. So, silica in magma. So an important property of magma is how much silica it has. One kind of magma has little silica and the other has a lot of silica, which we have discussed. Magma with little silica makes runny magma. Magma with lot of silica makes thick and sticky magma. This we have also discussed. Next is dissolved gas in magma. Another important property of magma is how much gas is dissolved in it. Little dissolved gas makes magma that doesn't have bubbles. This magma is flat like soda that has lots of fizz, that has lost its fizz. Magma with a lot of dissolved gas is like soda before you open it. It can be bubbly or under the right conditions, it can explode out like when you open a shaken bottle of soda. तो जिस मैग्मा में बहुत ज़्यादा गैसेस मिक्स्ड होती हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा बबली होता है सोडा की तरह, और जिसमें नहीं होती है वो फ्लैट मैग्मा बोला जाता है, जैसे कि उसने अपना फिज खो दिया हो। Volcanic eruption. The nature of volcanic eruption depends on what kind of magma is in the volcano. So we'll discuss it here. For low silica content and low gas content, the magma is runny and it is like syrup. Quiet eruption and lava flows easily. If high silica content and low gas content, then it gives thick sticky magma and quiet eruption. If low silica content and high gas content, then runny magma, which is bubbly, it forms fire fountain and lava flows easily. And if both silica content and gas content are high, then it is thick and sticky magma and it erupts explosively. Now, volcanoes with low silica magma. First is shield volcanoes. Low silica magma produces a shield volcano. This magma can either have low or high levels of dissolved gas because low silica magma is runny. It can't build up at all. Cone shaped volcano, तो ये बहुत ज्यादा ऊंचा नहीं होता, इस तरीके से ऐसे फ्लैट शेप होती है. Instead, this magma produces a volcano that is flattened mound. It resembles a warrior's shield lying on the ground. ऐसा लगता है जैसे किसी योद्धा की ढाल उल्टी पड़ी हुई हो, तो इसीलिए इसका नाम शील्ड वोल्केनो पड़ा है. The volcanoes of Hawaiian Islands are shield volcanoes. If you have ever visited the Hawaiian volcanoes, you'll know. Next is fire fountain. When low silica magma has high level of dissolved gas, which we discussed in the previous page, the gas bubbles out as it reaches out the volcano vent. The effect is identical to shaking a soda bottle to produce a shower of soda. The high gas magma produces spectacular fire fountain, as shown in figure 10.11. This way, this is a fire fountain. So the spatters of glowing magma cool in the air and hit the ground as solid lava cinders. तो ये जो फाउंटेन है, जब ये जमीन पे टकराता है ठंडा हो जाता है और ये वहीं पे सॉलिडिफाई हो जाता है. Next is cinder cones. The lava cinders form a cone around the vent called the cinder cone. तो ये सब जब यहाँ पे गिरता है ऐसे गोलाई में गिर के ठंडा हो जाता है और यही बनाता है cinder cone. They are often found on flanks of both shields volcano and composite volcanoes. Cinder cones may also form in caldera of dormant volcanoes. And they are very structurally weak. Next is volcanoes with high silica magma. So composite volcanoes, island arcs, and most coastal volcanoes are created at subduction zones. The magma of these volcanoes is thick and sticky because it is silica rich. Over time, layers of this thick lava and ash build a tall cone called composite volcano. So, जो लंबे वाले ज्वालामुखी होते हैं जिनकी जो काफी टॉल होते हैं, वो composite volcanoes कहलाते हैं. Dissolved gas and sticky magma. When silica rich magma is low in dissolved gas, the magma will come out like toothpaste. आपको पता है टूथपेस्ट किस तरीके से बाहर आता है? And form volcanic glass called obsidian. तो उस केस में obsidian form होता है. But if silica rich magma contains high level of dissolved gas, pressure usually builds inside the volcano. काफी pressure create हो जाता है. Magma of shield volcano is so runny that the dissolved gas simply bubbles out. But silica rich magma is too sticky. Before a composite volcano eruption, the magma may be under so much gas pressure that the composite volcano cone bulges. This one here. This is a bulge before eruption. Pumice and ash. When a composite volcano cone bulges like this, either the eruption will subside and the magma will return down the conduit, or the cone will explode. The cone may explode near the vent, throwing a column of gas and lava bits high into the atmosphere. So A pumice, it is a dark rock with lots of holes. This type of stone has very low density. Next is explosive eruptions. When a column of exploding material collapses, it races down the side of composite volcano as pyroclastic flow. So this is pyroclastic flow. It forms a lahar. So we'll discuss it here. Lava bombs. Blobs of glowing lava may be thrown far from the base of the composite volcano. These blobs, called lava bombs, can be the size of watermelons. तो ये जो लावा बॉम्ब्स जो लावा ब्लॉब्स हैं ये लगभग तरबूज इतने बड़े हो सकते हैं. Sometimes the composite volcano explode again further down its side, adding more material to expanding lava explosion. Lahars. Mount St. Helens erupted in Washington in 1980. This was classic silica-rich, gas-rich composite volcano eruption. Magma pressure formed a large bulge on side of the mountain. तो जैसे कि अभी आपने पीछे साइड में देखा एक लार्ज बल्ज पहाड़ के साइड में क्रिएट हुआ. The eruption was triggered when a formation of the bulge slid off. This created a weakness in the cone that was containing pressure. तो वो जो बल्ज था उसके ऊपर का जो कोन था वो स्लिड वो क्रैक होके हट गया. An enormous explosion blew off a huge part of the mountain. The combination of landslides, explosion, and pyroclastic flow killed 57 people. If water is present in ground, mud flow may accompany a composite volcano eruption like this. This mud flow is called lahars. तो अगर इस तरह के फ्लो में अगर मड फ्लो भी मिक्स हो जाता है तो उसको लहर कहा जाता है. In this eruption, destroyed forest and property and added to the death toll. This way, this is a lahar. Next is combination of water and volcanoes. Volcanoes are part of water cycle. Water cycle is a set of processes that keep water moving from place to place, as we all know. When a volcano erupts, water that is in the magma is released as water vapor into the atmosphere. तो जो magma में जो भी पानी होता है वो vapor की form में atmosphere में release back हो जाता है. So this vapor again condenses and falls into the ocean as rain. And the rain may be also on land. So this way it is linked to the water cycle and connected to Earth's geological cycle. Here you can see during subduction water also goes inside, and it is the reason geysers and hot water springs are formed. So we'll learn about geysers and hot water springs in next lectures. So these are some important questions which you can pause during the video and also try to answer them and pen them down in your notes. So this is the summary of types of magma and eruptions associated. I'll give one or two examples. For example, if there is low silica content and low gas content, it gives runny magma. It gives quiet eruption, lava flows easily. It forms shield volcanoes, and it forms basalt and gabbro rocks. And if high silica content and high gas content, it gives thick sticky magma, explosive eruption, pyroclastic flow, and lava bombs. So this is the type of rock, igneous rocks. We will just have an overview at this, and we'll discuss more about igneous rocks in next section. So these are some types of igneous rocks. These are formed as melted rocks cool and crystallizes. So basalt and gabbro are made from silica poor basalt magma. Granite rhyolite, and obsidian, they all come from silica-rich magma. Basalt, granite, and earth crust, they are more dense and make up the most oceanic plates. So gas also affects igneous rocks. Silica prevents dissolved gas from escaping easily. The same magma that produces granite, rhyolite, and obsidian can also produce pumice stone. Some another important questions which you can pen down. So this is western region of volcanoes. You can also refer it for your knowledge, but this is not important from exam point of view. So I'm skipping it. This is the geological cycle. It is very important. So a geological cycle is a set of processes that keep rocky material moving from place to place. So the processes that keep rock material moving through the geologic cycle are weathering of mountains, volcanoes, and rock into sediment by the water cycle, transport, layering, and compaction of sediments to form sedimentary rocks, melting of rocks in the mantle when subduction occurs, crystallizing of magma and lava to form igneous rocks, metamorphism to form metamorphic rocks, and formation of mountains when two continental plates come together. So there are some more questions which you can try and pen down. So students, this was all with the topic volcanoes. I hope you guys could get a good view of what a volcano actually is, what are their types, and in this video itself, you must have got so many question banks. I hope if there is any doubt, you'll feel free to mail me at the given email address at the end of the video. In next lecture, we'll start with a new topic. Till then, have a great time. Take care and thank you. I hope you guys could understand and correlate the topics taught in today's session. If there is any query or subject matter issue, feel free to mail me at the given email ID. Live discussion sessions could also be used for discussion of doubts. Thank you.